Hold up. Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live at The Real Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Oh my God, you guys, hold on. I didn't know it was going to come on so fast, so I'm like, it's kind of bootleg. So sorry. Give me a second, guys. Y'all going to be like, oh, She got the microwave and the brush and whatnot. Sorry. Oh my God. Because look, check. At first, you guys, I was trying to be outside on my balcony with y'all just to chit chat in the sunshine because it's a very like beautiful day and stuff. But hold on. I know it's wobbly, so just give me a second, okay? Um, but my connection outside, right? It's like, I don't know. It's like where I live, it doesn't do good. Like it holds for a little bit and then it doesn't do good. So anyway, so I decided to come back in, grab some coffee, right? So bear with me here. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm fixing it right now, you guys. So just give me a second, okay? I know it's like shaky and wobbly. I'm trying to get this situated for you so we can chat and stuff. So hold on, okay? Hold on. I wasn't planning on the reason why it's all like this is because I wasn't really trying to. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay. So, sorry about that. Happy Sunday. Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Oops. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube live at The Real Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Hope y'all having a wonderful Sunday. I've tried this several times over. I wanted to be outside and, kind of in nature while I'm, with you guys, um, energetically, via, the internet. And so I really wasn't trying to do a reading. I was just wanting to do a discussion with you guys based on something that's come to me this morning. So, anything that you need to know about me should be in the description box, okay? If you're not familiar with who I am. And if you have any further questions about me or the services and products and things that I provide, there's a couple of ways you can go about that. If you're on the home page of my YouTube channel, you can click on the Etsy link and message me there. You can also order a reading over there. You can text me via Bloom from Within Love's phone at 702-289 0290, okay? Text only, okay? Or, of course, via email, okay? And then we can get into, all sorts of details that you need from there, okay? And I just want to say thank you all for watching. Thank you for stopping by. To all of my returning viewers and subscribers, I send you much love and gratitude. I appreciate all of your support. I appreciate sharing your journey. I appreciate you allowing me to read for you. I appreciate your loyalty, your commitment. I appreciate the positivity. Those of you that actually follow me for those reasons, or subscribe to me for those reasons, or view me for those reasons, okay? And now, with that all out the way, I do want to add that for those of you who wonder, okay, because I don't always talk about this, I don't always share the fullness of details, right? But I do know what my purpose is in terms of why did I incarnate here, what am I here for? Essentially, all of us are here to learn, here to grow, and here to love and be loved and expand and have a good time and to be happy. That's the overall collective's general purpose for existence in this earth plane, okay? Now, my specifics, is to empower divine feminine energies, divine feminine energies. So, in other words, people who have set contracts, precarnations that have had many lives and have set to be in divine energy, to come with a divine purpose for the collective consciousness. So, in other words, to awaken, okay? To awaken, to transcend, and to heal. Okay, so with me, of course, any divine feminine, okay, the first assignment is thyself, know thyself, to thyself be true, physician heal thyself. So the divine feminines have to come in and do their inner work like everybody else. And chances are they're going to have a shitload of it because they're an elevated soul. And so they come to wrap up cycles from other lifetimes, clear karmic debris, South Node energy. They usually agree to do that for a particular bloodline that is stuck in some type of a karmic cycle. Okay, so it could be an advanced soul. They'll agree to incarnate into a bloodline to clear, to kind of deal with that, alchemize that, moving forward for that bloodline, okay? So I know this is not a teaching about it, but I felt it necessary to say for some reason, because it comes with, it's more to it than meets the eye, right? We hear this commonly in the world of tarot, right? In the spiritual community, divine feminine, divine masculine, karmics, that's the lingo, those are the languages. But I do want to say that, people get all excited, right? This is a part of why I used to didn't want to deal with the topic too much, you guys, because it's over glamorized and it's kind of hyper focused upon, when essentially it's the journey back to love. Self love, because self love, or love of self in the healthy sense, will propel a person to start conducting in different ways, okay? Their choices will be different. Their behavior towards people will be different because they understand. That's the real purpose of a twin flame journey, and to see where our loops are, to see where we have been toxic, to see where our woundings are, to see, what I'm saying, and to do the work so that we can get free, okay? It's not about, the twin flame, reunion. Based on my research, many twin flames aren't always able to in this particular carnation. It just depends on the dynamics and what has happened, okay, in the 3D, okay? Because twin flame journeys, I'm saying all this, you guys, because in the 3D sense, there's so many complications that blow your mind, okay, that you would have never guessed or never thought would happen, right? So give me a second here. I know it's got like an odd little angle here, you guys, so bear with me. Stay wild, y'all. Anyway, so check. As you guys see in the title, it's all clear now. As you saw in the picture icon, secrets revealed, secrets revealed, secrets revealed, okay? You guys are probably wondering, what does that have to do with what you're saying? I'm getting there, okay? Bear with me. So as I woke up today, I was guided, to click on something. One of the people that I follow on YouTube that I adore and admire, because I do have people that I admire, that I adore, that I have a lot of respect for, even those that don't know me personally, but I resonate with different journeys and things of that nature. And so even if I don't agree with every single thing they say, I can still catch the energy and catch their wisdom. Okay. And I actually appreciate it because it brings further enlightenment to things. And so as I clicked on this particular person's video, and I'm saying this in the name of honor too. I know I'm all over the place, but just bear with me. In the name of honor, because what I'm about to share is because of it was inspired by what I saw. Okay. And she was doing a reading and she was talking about a very complicated dynamic, man. But as I looked at it, because I really wasn't searching for a reading, but I was just guided. I woke up. I wasn't searching for that. I kind of sat up and I was like, okay, and I, it was right there and I clicked on it. I was like, that's interesting. And as I listened, I was like, oh, holy hell. I was like, oh, holy hell. So check it, you guys. When you hear me say the twin flame journey is very complicated and it comes with some very interesting twisted plots and turns and toxic dynamics that are beyond probably any other relationship, especially if you're on a twin flame journey. Okay? Whether in separation, whether you guys are currently in union or not, it's a trip. Okay? So, with that being said, collective, this is going to be for those of you who resonate with something like this. This is not going to be for everybody. Again, take what resonates, what I'm saying. Everybody's not on a twin flame journey. And even if you're not, and it's like a high level soulmate or whatever, and something is kind of odd, this still may resonate, but set an intention with what I'm saying here. Okay? My. This full moon energy, boy, I tell you, I appreciate it. So, check. To not get into too many details, I try to share my journey because that's a part of it. It's a part of it. But I also try to, I understand legal bounds, okay? So, I do things in very unique ways. And it's for that purpose. So, as it pertains to my story and how what I'm saying, secrets reveal, is all clear. When I first met my twin flame, and you guys bear with me, okay? Because when you hear me say my twin flame, don't misunderstand. Humans are very interesting, but anyway, me referencing this is not an implication of delusion or me being all caught up or wrapped up in or still in love or like, it's really not. And the reason why I can say this is because, first and foremost, this is not something, I didn't just break up with my twin flame last week, okay? I didn't just break up with my twin flame last month, okay? So, I can't see what that says. Somebody said something about, do I see something about health there? I need glasses so bad, you guys, because I'm far from the screen and I just glanced and I I saw somebody come on. Um, Hope y'all are all right out there. But all I want to say is that please, try to take what I'm saying here with an open mind and with balance and with wisdom, okay? That's all I can really ask, of course. But so, in terms of when I first met my twin flame, as I was listening to the young woman today when I got up, when I was guided to click on, and I was like, okay, what happens with us, memories get triggered. Whatever divine, source or your spirit guides is trying to help you to connect dots, they'll bring it up like woof, woof, like in a second, right? So I remembered an old memory, like that was like super old. And I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was one of our first conversations or one of our first arguments, or I can't remember exactly, but it was like in the very, very beginning. And I said to him, I said, hey, do you have some kind of an agreement? Do you have some kind of a situationship, some type of an agreement or special, my words were a special agreement with an ex? I literally said those words, you guys. It was brought back to my remembrance today. And I think a lot of the things that I did and said with him, like, used to flip him out as I'm looking back in retrospect, because he was probably like, what the fuck? When people are used to lying and hiding things, and then some person come in and be like, how the hell, right? So, and I wasn't mean or anything. I was actually quite calm. But I just asked him, I said, hey, because there was too many things that was indicating something not quite right with certain dynamics he had, right? So, and then there was patterns to things, and that's why I would say an agreement, because if he had made an agreement with someone, let me give you an example, and then I'm gonna get into the young lady that I heard and how this is all tying in, and hopefully how this will help some of you if you feel you're in this kind of a scenario, okay? So, for an example, let's say a person that you were with, right? They had somebody that they dated in their past, but they dated for a very long time. Like, let's say that person was like with them for a long, and I mean long time, okay? Essentially, almost you went damn near married. You know what I'm saying? Even if they didn't legally do it, right? And, in the dynamic, let's say there was a very toxic behavior pattern in the connection. If the person that you were dating when they were with this person, let's say that person suffered a lot of abuse. And when I say abuse, I just mean the person was mean or cruel, or they didn't appreciate them, they cheated on them, I'm saying, all sorts of things. And let's say that person just took it, right? Because I'm not saying it's an excuse, but let's say they just took it because they loved the person, they were hoping, and that eventually things will get better, and you know what I'm saying? They took care of their children and things of that nature. And so let's say this shit went on for a long time, y'all. Long before you came on the scene. Long before, okay? And eventually they did break up. They did eventually part ways or whatever, due to whatever, right? But they were still connected in a sense that they, was still co-parenting, and there was an agreement made. Check it. An agreement. Because that person, like when you are like obsessed or hopelessly in love or not healed, you know what I'm saying? You will settle for less. Like you will, and you'll be willing to agree to those terms, even if that's not what you really mean. You hear me? So they had an agreement that maybe periodically, she or he helped them out, the other person out with things, or allowed them access to things, or, what I'm saying, maybe paid certain bills, or, and in exchange, they would connect and hang out here and there when they could for the holidays, or, what I'm saying, the agreements, right? That they both are free to do whatever to an extent. Like that person dated other people, your person dated other people, right? But when it came down to certain things, like agreed to communicate in a certain manner or a certain frequency and agreement to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say put them first, because how are you first if somebody is not really in it with you? But like, okay, I want all the holidays, you know what I'm saying? So do what you have to do with whoever your so-called girlfriends are, because we're going to be a family, I want the holidays. I want, yada, 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 yada. Okay. And then maybe that worked for a period of time as your person like kind of slept around with floozies, did things with the homies, you know what I'm saying, did all kinds of shit, right? Well, and it kind of worked. It worked. But then your person came across you. And let's say your person erroneously, because I feel like these dynamics are toxic on both sides. I'm going to share why I'm saying all of this, okay? Because the young lady I was listening to, she mentioned about why the karmic woman did the things she did. Like why she did the black magic, why she sabotaged the connection with divine feminine, divine masculine. What provoked her to get very sophisticated in strategies and all of this. She explained that that particular karmic in that reading had an agreement with divine masculine. And it worked for a while. But when she, noticed that something happened along the way and divine masculine started exhibiting his love for divine feminine, he even went to the karmic and shared with her, asking her questions about what she thinks about the divine feminine. That was one of his first mistakes. That this divine masculine thought it was all good and gravy because they had an agreement. So he thought, it was cool, it was all gravy. Because she knew that essentially, this is the terms and conditions, but whatever. If ever something really come down, I'm going to move on, if you can move on, and whatever. And she agreed, right? That was her free will choice too. She agreed. But she had suffered a lot from the divine masculine. He was very insensitive to her, and she had did a lot for him, and, yada, yada. Now, she sabotaged and came after divine feminine because for her in that reading, that was her ultimate revenge. Because divine masculine had got upset with this particular karmic because he, stuff got exposed. I think he realized in her reading that, this karmic had been lying. She had fabricated things about divine feminine, and, he just kind of eventually came into some truths about the whole thing. And he was pissed because, for whatever reason, maybe a lot of time had went by, and, he felt he had lost his chances with divine feminine. He wasn't taking full responsibility of his part either, right? But the issue is this karmic. At the end of this young lady's reading, she said, she said, at the end of the reading, she said, even though she felt the pain of that karmic person because she had went through a lot, she had tolerated a lot, she had done a lot, right? But she shouldn't have lied and agreed to the terms and the conditions with masculine, knowing in her heart that that's not her truth. In her heart, she was always wanting something more and had always hoped that eventually, someday, one day, he would choose to really be in love with her and, not just an agreement of things. That she had hoped for that and for a divine feminine to come on the scene. Collective, like in my situation, what I feel like happens is if the divine masculine does something that he had never done with that person, that's the trigger number one, okay? It's trigger number one. It's already getting them in the energy of, we're going to have to sabotage this, even if they pretended like they were not. Even if they had other boyfriends or girlfriends, right? And so it commenced from the start, collective. And it was a group effort. She had probably enlisted, the children, the divine masculine's friends and family to, sabotage the connection, to assault divine feminine, to obscure masculine's vision. So this is why, from the very beginning, like in the young lady's reading, and I looked at my own situation from the past, from the very beginning, there was always this energy of up and down. Soon as we would get together, he would get weird. But then he would manifest me back. It's crazy. And I knew, see, the weird thing is, it was kind of like, especially if you're a divine feminine, high priestess energy, like I knew something. I knew his heart. I mean, because if you're a twin flame, you actually do know it. But it was always this, and I was like, what is that? I knew it was interference. He would say things periodically that would also further verify that to me. He didn't know it. So collective, if you're on that kind of journey, what I'm saying? And from the beginning, this was being sabotaged, okay? And it was due to some weird dynamics and toxic agreements that these individuals had with other people, and they didn't want to tell you. Because if you're anything like me, chances are, you did the same shit that I did. I didn't hold back. I was like, hey, dudes. Because to me, I felt like, look, we're adults. It's life shit, Be 100, what I'm saying? That's your life. That's your get down. But tell people. So it's like the divine feminine got put in the mix of shit and suffered shit unnecessarily and unjustly because of the divine masculine being in low vibration and his toxic connections and keeping things secret and having peculiar behavior. Then I don't think the masculine intended to necessarily fall in love with feminine. I think it was intended to be just like every other floozy situation. So no harm, no foul. But if it was a twin flame journey, what happens is there's a surprise that kicks in where it's like, damn, I actually love this person. Usually way too late. Or this person is not who people tried to paint them as to keep me from them. And So this triggered the people in his life to commence to hurt feminine. Masculine was probably participating in it initially when he was under the spells and the illusions and was believing the lies and the tricks. So, and like in my case, this is why he would start acting super weird and abusive out of the blue, and he would Jekyll and Hyde. And he, especially like at the end, I remember certain things, and I knew when I looked at him, I was like, yeah, he gone. Lights on, nobody home. I was like, you know, and not in a disrespectful way, but it was kind of like I knew. I'm like, first of all, I knew he had a lot of addictions. Okay. I knew his real deal. I also knew that he had people around him that fed on that, that banked on it. So, and they also, as a divine feminine, you know how that works. You're a light ball, right? They don't like that shit. They got to get you out of the way. Quit. For divine masculine, you know what I'm saying? Before you see truth. So, and unfortunately, I was an easy target collective. This is unfortunate, but I was. So it's all clear now. If you guys are wondering how does this tie in, and I said this to my spirit guides, I was like, wow, it's clear. And so, in my case, you know, of course, your story may be a little different, but in my case, there were so many factors. One of the primary ones was with the woman that he had a relationship with for a very long time that helped him to raise his children. Okay. That was one of the primary factors in, you know what I'm saying, from the very beginning. He could have even agreed, like I said, it was these agreements they had, right? I had had a dream when we first started dating, and I told him about this dream. Of course, he denied it. But that's the way it goes. You know, that's that shadow energy. But I said, hey, I had a dream. I said, did you agree to marry somebody else? And I know this shit was fucking with his head. Man, because I bet he's like, is who this? I was like, for realsies. I'm like, did you? I'm like, I had a weird dream. I was like, it's very vague. I'm like, but, like, did you say something like that or agree that, you know, someday maybe, like, did you allude to that to a person that, you know, when you were ready to settle down, that you would come back for them or something after you get your shit together, or, you know, after you grow up, or after you help your dad, or after this and after that? Like, did you agree to that? He was like, nah. He was like, no, I didn't agree to nothing like that. I said, okay. I let it go. I dropped it. But today it all came flooding back. So this is what triggered these karmics to commence a campaign. This is why they cyber stalked me. I am fully aware of the people that were behind some things. I actually know who they are. Literally. By name. I know the ones that were making nasty comments. I know the ones that were reporting my videos. I know. I know the ones that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, collective. It's sad in a way. You know, today when it all came clear, I was like, that's kind of sad. But that's the nature of the game, you guys, when we don't heal on a journey, karmics, non-karmics, whoever, you know. So this person felt entitled to him. So she strategized, probably as of now, she may even be, she probably could have possibly trapped him into having sex to get pregnant. Like she wants him tied to her. She feels like she paid her due, so to speak. I'm not saying that that's logical, collective, but just from that perspective, she feels like she paid her dues. She suffered a lot at his hand, right? She helped him out in so many ways. But I want to say, collective, this is where you'll just be free to move on. But with the thought of like, hopefully people in their lives get a clue that you can't make somebody love you. One of the things that marks the difference between divine energy and karmic energy, or someone that, divine and healing or healed versus someone that's low vibrational and not healed, is that you get into a space to realize that you can't make someone love you. That real love, not an arrangement, not an agreement, not a binding spell, not an entrapment, not an obligatory, you owe me. Real love is free. It's a free choice. And unfortunately, sometimes these individuals end up stuck, whether they're a twin flame, karmic, whoever, they may have it, they may attain it on the 3D surface level, but it's very unfulfilling. It's tumultuous. It's sad, even if it's picturesque on the external. Meaning to the world, because that's probably a part of the agreement. Okay? And if your person has an issue with money and codependency, then it's kind of like that's probably how they agreed to sabotage the connection or to do you dirty, collective. These karmics could have said something like, you better, not talk to her ever again. Or I'm gonna, what I'm saying, and if they're, and your person, if they're not healed and awakened and they're, I'm serious. Or provoke them to say heinous things to you, okay? I can remember right before me and my twin flame broke up the last time, I want to say some weeks prior to that, you guys, I remember it was so weird. Like he would get really mean and cruel and like say stuff. And then later he'll send a message, like later. So it kind of made me like start to see like, oh, he might be around certain ones that he has agreements with. So he can show them, no, I'm not, see, right? He would later send a message saying, and I kept that stuff, but he would send stuff saying, I remember one message said, he said, I am so sorry. You deserve better than me. You didn't deserve what I said at all. I was being immature, right? And it was weird to me because I was like, what is that? But now I get it. It's because he had all this background stuff going on with these people. And to prove to them that it wasn't anything real or that they were number one, he would, so he sold out basically. So he would do and say things in front of them or show them things so he can validify. But then time would go by, like maybe a few hours or whatever, and then he would reach back out and say, blah, 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 blah. Collective. Divine Feminine, this is why, okay? This is why. It's all clear now. So in your counterparts' addictions, they, like I said, they slept with your friends, your family probably, okay? Because if you got karmic friends and family members that are jealous of you, chances are they did some stuff with them. chances are they also was feeding your counterpart some fuck shit so that they wouldn't come towards you. If you have any friends and family that have sex addictions or shared addictions, or, you know what I'm saying, they're insecure or they're jealous of you, so they, you know, they feel like that pumps them up by sleeping with someone that you were with or whatever kind of energy. Or, you know, when your counterpart was upset with you, because a real Empress, Divine Feminine, she don't take no shit, man. So she's misunderstood. So out of spite and your counterpart's low vibration, they could have been like, I'm finna sleep with her, this person. I'm finna whoop whoop, and I'm finna stunt, and I'm finna this and that, right? And it all comes crashing down, of course, because that's toxic behavior. And if you're Divine Feminine, karmic whoop ass is always at play. But it was designed to get rid of you, Divine Feminine. It was designed to make you look bad, to break your heart, to do this, to do that, so that masculine wouldn't want you first and foremost. Okay? But second of all, because of the jealousy. And as you all were healing and start evolving and growing, so your counterpart probably saw it happen. So that triggered all these individuals to get in their groups. They got in their groups, boy. You know what I'm saying? Commenced a schedule. We cannot have that, right? Little do they know, the Divine Feminine's path really can't be stopped. It's going to always be reformed, altered, and recreated. That's the nature of a Divine Empress. Her destiny is hers. Collective, your destiny is your destiny. Perspective. So I'm seeing it all now. It's clear. Perspective. Hopefully this can soothe your heart a little bit. Actually, because that's what it did for me, to be honest. Because it's kind of like, wow. I just sat there. I was like, man, I must be a powerful motherfucker. I kind of laughed, and then I was like, just kidding, right? But then I laughed. I was like, I must be, though, because like to get that kind of energy so at you, it's a reason for it, isn't it? So, but Divine Feminine, hopefully, I know it may suck because I don't know where you are in this process. Like, I'm long out of that process, right? So I can sit and say it a little differently and be like cool and joke, right? But I know that if it's raw, or if this just literally happened and played out and you're kind of discombobulated, like, what the fuck just happened? I know when you're in that energy, you feel some kind of way. And I just want to say that if you have a dynamic like that, it's all of their faults, okay? It's not just the karmic's fault. It is because, you know, in a sense, like, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? To commence to hurt another being just because this person you want is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how twisted are you? But that's a karmic energy. But also your counterparts, because they made these agreements, they made these choices. And, you know what I'm saying? If they have an infinity for money or codependency or sex, or, you know, if they're afraid of people revealing their secrets, because I believe that these karmics go to that extent, especially my twin flame. You know, if he broke some laws, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever, who knows? Who knows? So they were like, you better this and you better that, or we're gonna this. You know, I feel like the baby mama, his actual baby's mother, was probably kind of using that angle. Okay? So hopefully, Divine Feminine, this will free you, to give you some peace, and just wish them well. And then it just went, oop. So I am so sorry for that. I had to plug in the device so that I can come back to you all. I hope you guys can hear me Hold on. Because sometimes these acoustics be like crazy and shit. So I certainly hope you can hear me. But I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I felt like it, it was just dropped, so it's like you gotta go back. Oh yeah, throat chakra. See, this is some truths I'm speaking, divine feminine. Um, that is going to perhaps give you these closures, maybe things left unsaid or things that can't be said, or whatever the situation is. Um, if these individuals that played a role in doing harm to you, divine feminine, whether it was defamation of your character, stealing your content, copycatting, trying to sabotage your business, trying to make you look like a whore, you know, um, spreading rumors, practicing black magic, dark magic, or whatever, prayers, vows, whatever labels, in which they want to call it, dark witch, incantations, you know. And what I'm starting to learn is one of the things I realized when I came to, when I moved into the state that I came to at the time, was that this was kind of toxic, it's kind of a cesspool. I discovered that like something wasn't quite right. I know why now. And it, like attracts like, and that's why I felt displaced for so long. Because, the frequency of a dynamic or a situation or a location, it's energy, it's predominant energy. If it's very shallow, empty, surface, superficial, greedy, ruthless, that's going to be the way these individuals, if you're not ascending, if you're not healing and awakening, that's going to be your get down. So people like that they have no moral code. And when I say moral code, I'm not talking about pious appearance. I'm talking about how they treat humans. So, collective, if these individuals continue, understand there's serious ramification. Some of them may be experiencing a little bit of it now, but just so you know, and I know you guys don't wish it upon people, but it's like if they, you know, get a clue and leave people alone, you know what I'm saying? If they don't get a hold of themselves and understand that people have a right to their paths and choices, period. Um, Divine masculine, we all live, I call it truth and consequences, choices and decisions and, cause and effect. That's all of us, right? We often are upset about some things, but, you know, so if individuals continue to try to interrupt the free will of people or to try to sabotage people's paths and people's lives, especially a divine, there's a ramification. Divine feminine, you are, what I'm saying, raising your vibration. Many of you are doing a lot of major changes behind the scene that people don't know about. And it's because it's time for you to be in environments that are conducive to your energy. Because some of you were put in some really fucked up dynamics and didn't understand or know why, like myself. Um, and because some people got cray crays, you know what I'm saying? I jokingly say that. You guys hear me do that when I'm being all silly and raunchy and, trying to be urban. You know what I'm saying? That's my version, trying to be urban. And, trying to make it down home for you guys. Um, but, I mean, it's the reality, dudes. People be on some, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. Look Look at history. When you're in that energy, that frequency, that template, yeah, you are going to be feeling threatened by a divine being. And yeah, you may, reduce oneself to doing some pretty fucked up shit. That is a clue right there, something wrong. See, to me, it's simple. To me, it is simple. That's a clue right there. Something wrong. If you have to go to these extents to be with somebody, or if you have to go through certain extents to hurt somebody that you lost due to your own choices, something wrong. Everybody deserves to have a happy, free life, no matter what their perspective choices are, or their perspective views or beliefs. Like I was saying previously, these particular karmics in the young lady's reading I'm talking about, and how it pertains to my story, they feel like they're owed and entitled a relationship because of their investment. They lied and agreed that they were cool with terms and conditions. And when things, kind of took a turn, then they wanted to go Glenn Close and shit. It's all clear now. Hopefully, if you come on here at some point, Divine Feminine, I'm hoping that you've gotten to a place where you've done a lot of healing, and like this be the part where it kind of just seals it for you, where you understand. My twin flame, I want to say, I am aware during the last, I want to say roughly, you know, I know that he has too commented on things that I've done. Initially, I think he was a part of the cyber stalking and the cyber bullying. He was a part of the whole game, right? And but something happened. I know that he started commenting and reaching out under different profile names, and he was saying good stuff. Certain things he would say was clues. I want to say it was at least 3 or 4 different times. Of course, I played it off. I'm still here. I'm just kind of like sitting there like, wow, this is nuts. So it used to make me be like, I was like, well, I was like, we got time for that. But when you're on this journey, it's like you kind of know, you know. It was his attempt. I also know that it was karmics reaching out to me several times. I'm not done. Come on. Wanting readings, because my twin flame has several karmics. The one that I was speaking of is like the primary, you know, but several. So they would reach out for so-called readings, or, you know, um, hell, one of them may have literally ordered a reading. Shit. If it wasn't my twin flame himself, one of them probably. Okay. Um, yeah. Divine feminine, you can't fix the situation. It's not for you to do that. You need to live your life fully and get out of you know, these situations put you all at risk unnecessarily because the counterpart didn't have the courage to do what was needed, what his higher self, his spirit guides, his light team had been guiding them to do. So you guys were dealing, people were coming in, I wage spiritual warfare and whoop whoop. So you guys were dealing with oh my God, I'll just say that. You had it from the side of religious fanatics and low vibration to, family members, exes, karmics, you know what I'm saying? So just keep moving forward and allow these individuals to live out their journeys. But you deserve a life free and happy and clear and healthy. Okay? No jigsaw puzzles, no riddle me this, no you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, you still deserve something healthy and honorable. Wish these people well. But as I said on the video last night, set intentions and get the hell out of there. Okay, you shouldn't have to live feeling like, due to somebody else's life choices and crazy get down and shit, fucked up ass, you know what I'm saying, toxic ass fuckers, that you have to be in a state of, I always feel like somebody's watching me because they crazy. Long gone. Y'all be like, wait, what the fuck? So get the hell out of there. And if you're on a platform or if you have social media, I highly recommend, of course, go, you know, your own guidance. But if you know you have like a severe toxic situation or dynamic, or these people that you were involved with or connected to, whether it is the divine masculine, divine feminine, karmics, um, whomever, that's not too sound. And I'm saying this because people who result to those behaviors aren't. It's not that I have any type of a disrespect for mental health field. I have a son, for crying out loud, with autism. Come on. Come the fuck on. It's not like that. If any of us suffer enough damn abuse and trauma long enough, chances are you're going to have some shit on the upstairs region. No matter how you cover it. And if you're not dealing with it, like many karmic energies, it only gets worse. And when people, it's called sociopath, it's called psychopath, it's called narcissism. And if that energy, they will result to God knows what. Sad. You're protected, divine feminine. That's why a lot couldn't happen. But get the hell out of there. And shift your whole social media get down to an extent, if you can. If you can. I think the next thing that I'm gonna shut down is Twitter. I won't shut down YouTube. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I could possibly. Hell, I don't have a problem shit starting from scratch. I'm trying to see, like, should I just whoop to purge out, lunatics?
and rephrase the get down, rephrase the names and shit. Sometimes, look, when you're trying to really like clear out, sure, they'll probably still see you or stumble across you. You know, that's the nature of the industries, you know, public arenas and things of that nature, but not as easily. And then you can kind of like put a close eye. When we start from scratch, you can put a close eye into things, people that are coming in, right? And build, because Divine Feminines, you guys got a lot of beautiful things that are manifesting for you. Love, friendships, all of that. You don't need to be in the drama, okay? Um, yeah. So hopefully it's a lesson. Any divine masculines that may come on here at any point, all I can say to you all is check. I understand that for divine masculines, I know what the I know the challenge. I understand the dynamic of what divine masculines go through and the whole little get down, right? But hear this. Hopefully this helps. You do have a free will divine masculine. The twin flame journeys are not sealed in a sense of um, the 3D. You can opt out, but your counterparts go on and they are um, given higher level soulmates, or in some cases, I hear replacement twin, because it's not designed for your counterparts to be in limbo when you were given divine guidance to start healing and to start releasing and letting things go. There is an expiration. Understand, masculines, if as you guys go on in life, no matter who it is and what it is, when you stay in these low vibrations, or should I say, stay in a karmic template, or, you know, stay in your comfort zone because you don't want to deal with what you need to heal. Understand you're going to continue to attract individuals with that frequency, and it's going to be exploited, okay? No matter where you go, where you move to, you'll always sense it, you'll always feel it, and that's because of your soul. Your soul. It serves you well, masculine, and anybody that you are going to ever care about in your life, even separate from divine feminine. It serves you well to heal. It's going to benefit you in the long haul, but it's going to also benefit your dharma, and it'll benefit those that are closest to you as you move on. But when you stagnate, you're not only affecting yourself, you're affecting everything that matters to you. You're affecting what you came here for. You may get levels of success that will become very empty and it will become very fleeting. So I encourage you, even if it's too late with your particular counterpart masculine, heal. You deserve to heal. You came here to heal. Okay? You may have karmic repercussion that you have to deal with. You may be in a, if you did some fucked up shit to divine feminine, I don't know what to say on that part because that part might really got you fucked up for a little while. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you, but you know, uh, try to make it right if you can. You know, try to make it right. Try to heal. Try to move on. When I say make it right, I simply mean um, own your shit. Own your shit with yourself. Forgive yourself, but own it. You gotta own it, masculine. Okay, that's a part of it. Feminine had to do the same thing. She's no exception. It's the way it goes. Own your shit. Ask for help. Ask for courage. You know what I'm saying? To be able to face yourself, to be able to face the ramification, to be able to, um, you know what I'm saying, live out whatever you have to, but with the intention of healing and ascending and making better choices or following your intuition's guidance and your higher self, even when it hurts. Because karmic energies don't let go easily. That's one of divine's primary lessons. They don't let go easy and without a fight. Or when I say a fight, without some kind of a toxic, agenda or, revenge. That's just how it is. But when you surrender to your higher self and divine, they support you during this process. I promise you. Just as surely as divine feminine has been supported through all of the fuck shit, including what you sent, divine masculine. Because that's where the power is at, okay? Anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I know this was kind of lengthy, but it's a big topic, and I'm very thankful to the young lady, the reading that kind of triggered the memories and kind of revealed some things for me. And of course, I always share what I feel is useful, and I hope it helps. Okay, and divine feminine, all you can do is essentially continue to do your own healing, continue to do your own transformation, continue to set intention to forgive all of these people because I'm sure, they woke up the beast. They didn't know that you had it in you. But continue to set those intentions and um, ask your guides to help your heart, clear your energy because no, divine feminine, you guys didn't deserve any of that at all. At all. That is why your ancestors and the higher realms are severely pissed at some of your family members, some of your exes, clergy, their exes, because you guys didn't deserve the shit these people did. Not that you're perfect, no, that's not what I'm implying. But you were not hateful. You were not trying to sabotage people. You wasn't talking about people behind their back. You wasn't doing no damn black magic on motherfuckers. You wasn't lying to people. You wasn't trying to sleep with your sisters and brothers, husbands and wives, and boyfriends and girlfriends. You didn't kick people out your home, you know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be your family and shit behind some superficiality and envy and jealousy. That's what I mean. You didn't deserve it. This is why the candlestick is being removed. If the candlestick is not respected and honored, eventually it is removed. So, Divine Feminine, you guys are being blessed to go into a land and a space and a place that's going to be honorable to you. See your worth and value, appreciate you, support you, respect you, stand up for you, not people that are trying to be hell bent on hurting you or trying to secretly, what with a smile plastered on their face, wish for your downfall while pretending like they just want to help you. That's some twisted shit right there. But that's where y'all going because the universe sees all this. It's time. We're wrapping this year up and it's beautiful and I'm excited for myself and you all as well. Wish them well. Feminines, if people come back around, use your discernment. You may be guided to hear folks out. It may be for closure, it may be for alchemy. Discern people's intentions and all of that. And you know what I'm saying? And go from there, okay? Um, hold up, you guys. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so no, I didn't see anything. Earlier I thought I saw somebody type something at a glance or a comment. I thought somebody said something like help or I hope what I said helped. I mean, I don't know. Somebody says I need help. I I hope that helped. You know, if you feel like you're unsafe, you know, you guys hear me say this all the time. Please, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know your situation. If you feel like you're unsafe, like you're in harm's way, you know what I'm trying to say? You're somewhere being abused or um, held hostage. Shit, I don't know. People crazy these days. I don't know. Shit. Um, please, you know, reach out for professional help. Don't play with your life in the name of, you know, I know it's easier said than done. If you feel like you don't have nothing and you know what I'm saying, but do what you can within means to reach out to professional help, assistance, a shelter, or whatever, you know. No shame in any of that. When you're trying to set yourself free from some toxic dynamics and situations, sometimes we have to be willing to humble ourselves and kind of go that route so that we can basically recover and rebuild our lives from scratch and, you know, gain our independence so that we don't find ourselves put in situations again with people who are predatory in nature, exploiting their power, their money, their resources to control you. Okay, you deserve to be happy and free. A life you want to live. Yeah, you made mistakes. Yeah, you have to learn your lessons. I mean, that's the nature of the game for everybody. But you don't owe nobody your soul or your life because of your mistakes. Hopefully, you learn the lesson, heal, and get strengthened to live out any karmic repercussion and cycle. But then get the hell out of there, man. Okay? All right, you guys. So I don't know if I'll be able to come back on later today or not because I may have plans tonight. But if I don't, I'll try, you know, and see what I'm guided to do to come on to kind of do like a year end reading in terms of as you're wrapping up this year. What are some of the things you're going to be facing? What's going to be presenting itself to you as you're closing out the year? What are going to be your options, your choices, the guidance in terms of those things, so that you, if you resonate with the reading, so that you can prepare for whatever that is and just be ready to go at it in a high vibration and in wisdom. Okay? I appreciate you guys. I do, I do, I do. Sending all of y'all love and light, and even to the karmic energies and friends and family and clergies. And I'm aware, you guys. I'm aware. And if you guys are divine feminines, you too are aware, right? Or divine masculines. You know, if you're in your high vibration, you know. But I send them all love and light. May they all be well. I sincerely, and I mean this, y'all, I sincerely, I may not like them, I may feel some kind of way because they should have left me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the wrong one. But at the heart of who I am, I sincerely hope and wish them well. I sincerely hope that at some point in their life and on their journey that they're able to see and ascend, so that whatever is ailing them, whatever program that they're running to cause them to conduct in such toxic ways towards people, can be dealt with. Okay? I really do. I mean that. Because I get it. But the show must go on. Life must go on. And divines, we deserve a life that we want to live and create. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you guys next